I lied to you, dear viewer, earlier when I told you that was going to be the most boring episode of Let's Play Willow. This is going to be the most boring episode of Let's Play Willow because there's nothing for it. I've got to grind out experience. I need 3 levels before I can do anything else. So, yeah. Buckle in because... just going to be a lot of that. And a lot of that. And Willow can walk backwards. You didn't know Willow could moonwalk, did you? Oh yeah, most midgets can. Some midgets are actually born with tank treads mounted on their feet, so they just roll around like that. They just slide on the ground. It's pretty cool. I've said horrible things about midgets in this Let's Play. I wonder if any of my viewers are midgets, and if so, if I have offended them terribly. Because that was my goal. Trying to figure out how long this is going to take. I don't know. I've got a timer on the screen. I guess I can just watch it and be surprised along with the rest of you. I won't put any actual gameplay in this video, so if you just want to skip it, that's fine. You can just pick it up in the next video, which will be much more interesting. But if you're a Brick Road purist, if you have to see all of the Brick Road gameplay and get the full, like, hardcore, all the boring stuff, this is your video right here, man. This is why I do it. Much love. Much love. Wow, they dropped little health things again. I, like, have seen those... I forgot those were even in this game until I just saw one. I didn't get any of those at all in my test play. That's how rare they are. That is bizarre, man. How close? Man, it's gonna be a little while yet. Sorry, fellas. And it's like, I could go all the way up to level 16 if I just wanted to be here forever, but I think 13 I can finish the game if I'm very careful and maybe a little lucky. Like, my test play took me a few tries, I think, to beat the last boss, and you'll see why. But more than anything, you have to be careful, and you have to have good aim, and... Won't that be fun in the last video if I have to fight the last boss 60 times? No, that won't be fun at all. What am I talking about? But yeah, this is it. I don't think there's any screen in the game that gives as much experience as this does. You get 300 experience per screen. I really think that this is the creme de la creme, so to speak, of experience grinding in Willow. So you can do it on those mountain faces, but the mountain faces, they only give 200 apiece. Hey, level up. How am I doing on my winged sword? Almost. By 13, he has the winged sword completely mastered, I believe, which is good, because the winged sword is the most powerful in the game. The Wonder Sword is technically the last sword. I think it's the hardest one to master. No, actually, I think the Devil Eye is the hardest one to master. I wonder if I have that mastered yet. Let's try it real quick. Nope. I don't even think it's sped up yet. Oh well. You don't need to kill those guys. I just find it therapeutic, to be honest. And then what really sucks is if you like let these guys kill you on this screen while you're walking back and forth. That really sucks. I've done that a few times. Yep. Then the music just burns into your head. And every few screens you have to walk back to the bar to get a drink. That's one thing I'm glad they didn't try to shoehorn into this game, was some kind of money system. You don't need to collect money and buy things, because that would have been some grinding, I guarantee you. How much experience do I need to go up another level? 4,000 or so more? So boring. That's too bad. But, I mean, it's even worse for me than for you guys, because, I mean, I had just done my test play earlier today, so this is the second time I've done this craziness today. There might be enemies, like, inside Nockmaar Castle that are worth more experience per screen, but we have the advantage here because, first of all, these crab guys, they spawn consistently. They're always on the screen no matter what you do. Whereas monsters in Nockmaar Castle sometimes will appear and sometimes they won't. And, of course, Nockmaar does not have a MP recharge points at any juncture inside of its walls. You have to actually go all the way back out. I am probably the Tavern of the Traveler's most consistent patron at this point, now that Mad Mardigan has been captured by someone else far on the other side of the world. And I bet you're thinking, you know what? We won't see Mad Mardigan get captured again. He already got captured twice. That's probably all he gets captured. A man can't be captured more than that. He's not a professional prisoner. That's just ridiculous. But, dear viewer, you, sir, would be wrong. Mad Mardigan is good for two things: getting captured and looking like Val Kilmer. Yup. Hey, level up. So now I just need about 10,000 more experience. And we'll be done with this craziness. It's not even really an oasis. I mean, it's not a palm tree and a lake in the middle of a desert. You know, I would give her the benefit of the doubt, like she just means the metaphorical oasis, but I don't think that peasant wenches who run bars in the middle of forests know how to be metaphorical. Maybe that makes me racist. I don't care. I just have no respect for the peasantry. It's true. Dragging blocks to build pyramids and hauling grain down from the mill and what have you. It's nonsense. Paying homage to your liege lord. Craziness, I tell you. Socialism is what it is. Has this music driven you insane yet? Because I think it's pretty clear that it has taken a toll on my mental functions. Back to the bar for another drink. I need another drink. My Mountain Dew has been gone for like 20 minutes now. I can easily kill a whole 12-pack of Mountain Dew when I'm doing a Let's Play, believe it or not. That's just a little bit of trivia there. What Willow should do is, like, collect all this crab meat that he's frying and sell it for a profit. Although he cannot do that, since, as I've already established, there is no monetary system in this world. Perhaps when Alora Danan becomes the queen and sits at the throne in Tirasleen Castle, she will implement some system of capitalism in this backwards world that we exist in. But until then, frying crabs with lightning. Yep. And frying skulls with lightning. This should be it. This should be the last time I have to... The last cycle of destroying skulls and crabs, I think. Think so? I hope so. I really do. Down to my bones, I do. But this is not the only NES, like, adventure game that requires you to do this kind of thing. Like, Crystallis as well has bosses that you cannot damage until you're on a certain level. Like, your attacks will not even be effective. That's why I had to do some level grinding in my Crystallis videos. You know how it is. And it was just a convention that I guess they thought that it wasn't a real RPG game. It wasn't like playing with the big boys unless it did something like this, unless it had an experience system. And god damn it, no, I've got to go one more cycle. That's the little magic failure sound. That's what happens if you try to cast a spell but you don't have no magic points. It makes that little woo sound. Final Fantasy was a game that we had to do a lot of grinding in as kids, although after I learned how to play the game, I didn't have to anymore. The original Dragon Warrior had a lot of grinding in it. There was like no way around it, dude. There was like 2 things to do in that game, and one of them was fight monsters over and over and over again. We're getting there, peoples. Almost have it. I said I was not going to do anything important in this video, and I thought at the time that it was going to be a short video, but no. I've almost got a full-length video just shocking those guys over and over. Okay, so... now I can deal with Finrazel the bird. And she turns into like, I think, like a goat and a snake and a couple other things. If you just walked in and out, if you're not level 13 yet. That's a really sad sound. The sound of an empty can of soda. That's ugly. And in the movie, she's like ugly and naked, which is just horrible. She doesn't actually help in the battle. That's just a blatant lie that she tells. Alright, so now we have the powered up cane. It fires bubbles. That's all it does. But for the time being... back to the bar! That way I can refill my health and my magic in order to take on the last dungeon. Are you excited? I'm excited. Barkeep! Another stein of ale! I wonder if Willow could put away a whole stein of ale, or if he needs like a midget stein. They call it a steen. I don't know if that's true. I just make things up. And my wing sword! Yeah, buddy! Alright, let's do it upright. Oh, Willow! To Nockmar! And mind the hair. You know how he wiggles his feet in the air? I mean, I guess I would too, you know, if I was being dangled by the head by some kind of strange dinosaur creature. Next video should be the final installment of Let's Play Willow in Nockmar Castle and the fight with Bavmorda. It's gonna be excellent. I hope.